This video is about converting your PowerPoints into a little video that you can then put on Moodle. First thing is you've got to create your slides, so they're down here, and these happen to be on maths. And I've also got some, is it going to work? Yeah, I've got some animations in some of these slides. So I'll just open the animation pane and there it is. And this one's got quite a lot on. You might have to faff about with the timings of these animations, and I'll talk about that in a bit. But once you're happy with your slides, you've got to do something. You've got to check their transitions. So this is between the slides, and it's the time when each slide is actually displayed on the screen. So for instance, this one, you've got it up here is 3 seconds, so I can increase it, decrease it, or I can increase it up to however many you want. I'm going to put it back to 3. It only needs to be on 3 because it's the title slide and people don't want to be sat about waiting for something to happen. So the first slide, I just put it on a couple of seconds. And so that transition can be quite quick. On the next slide, there's not much happening, little thing. It does, what does it do? Nothing. Oh, it does that. Right, okay, so not much is happening. And so the transition there is 6 seconds. The third slide, we've got a few more things happening. I'll just see if it'll work. It needs to be on. Is anything happening? Yeah. So it needs to remain on the screen for quite a while, long enough for everybody to view this information, and perhaps a little breather at the end. So what I do is I just add a couple of seconds onto the end. And if I've got a lot of stuff, like this slide or even this slide, yep, I've got a fair bit on here as well. I tend to set up a spreadsheet for these timings down here, just to make sure that that transition time is sufficient. It's long enough, and I'll talk about that in a bit. So this is how I do the timings for each slide. I've got PowerPoint up and I've got Excel up on the same screen. And if we go to slide 3 again, with all those things, if you click on one and then click on the timings, it might be a bit different in on a Windows PC, but just come and find us and we'll show you where it is. So click on timings, you'll see that it starts after. The duration is 2 seconds, and you can change that to fast or whatever. And there's a little bit of a delay. So in my Excel, I've got slide 3, it's after, the start's after, the duration is 2 seconds, and the delay is 1. And I just keep filling those in. I just go down and pick up all the numbers. On this one, there's 2 that are quite fancy, but the rest of them, they just appear straight away, so I just plug in those numbers. Then I get Excel to sum this column here, so add up all those for me, and then I add a 4 because I've got 2 seconds there and I've got 2 seconds there, and then I add another 2 just for that breather space at the end of the slide. So in the end, that's given me 21 seconds for the whole of this slide. So then I go to transitions on the PowerPoint and just plug that in like that, 21. Once you've done them all and you're happy with them all, so let's look at this one. There's a bit of a delay, it's last 2 seconds, so there it is. And slide 4 and whatever. So once you're happy with it all, go to the slideshow. You can either review it from the start or from the current slide, and once you're ready to go, we'll move on to the next bit. So the final thing is to export your PowerPoint slides. But there's just one more thing. I think perhaps that you might need to have a slide at the beginning and at the end, just to indicate that there's a start to it, that it's about to start, and that a slide at the end just telling people that it has actually finished and there's nothing more. But you don't have to do that. Anyway, back to exporting as a video. So you go to File, you go to Export, and then you'll have a drop down menu. You need to decide the file format, and I'm choosing a MP4, and then you'll get this quality selection. Choose internet quality. That's fine. It's good for Moodle. It keeps the file size down, and it means the video will fit nicely full size on your course page. Next, just decide where you're going to put it. I'm going to store it on my desktop, and then click Export. You'll see there's a progress bar down at the bottom here. If you've got a lot of slides or you've saved it as high quality, this can take quite a while. And that's why it's worth just seeing whether the internet quality is good enough for what you need. So we're just waiting for it to convert to a video, and there it is on my desktop. So I'm just going to quick check that it's all okay. It's 47 seconds of maths. Right, okay. So there you have it. How to convert some animated slides that you've created in a PowerPoint into a little video that's all ready to upload to Moodle. And it looks as though the timings are perhaps a little bit slow, but they're probably alright. Okay, thanks for watching.